Easy.
What's easy?
That's just how we people say hello.
How what people?
Us people.
Us people. You've started talking like a Geordie. Well, they say us instead of we.
I don't think they do, you know. Right, never mind.
Today's podcast is about how to win at BodyPower 2019 with me, Franklin, and Adam.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity to waste a lot of time, waste a lot of money. I went to the 2015 one, 2016 one. The 2016 one I did a bit better, but the first time I went, I spent a lot of time just standing around in queues. I spent a lot of money that I didn't need to. So we're going to give you a few bullet points, a few pointers, a few guidelines on how to do a better job than I did initially.
Yeah, and how to get the most out of it.
Exactly. Our first one, buy your tickets online and pre-book your parking online to avoid unnecessary queues. This is a good one because obviously you've got a queue for all your celebrities like Phil Heath, Kai Green. They're big enough queues as it is. You don't want to be queuing for a ticket.
And it's cheaper if you get your parking online beforehand. The second one, make sure you check out the schedule online for any talks, seminars, and the BodyPower bodybuilding show that is taking place. So you want to check online to see if anyone's talking that you might want to be interested in so that you can make your way to that section of BodyPower in time. If you go last minute, you're definitely not going to get a seat and you'll probably end up missing someone who you might want to see. So it's just about being organised and definitely check the show out while you're there.
Yeah, exactly. Next thing, definitely, it's the NEC in Birmingham where it's held is absolutely massive. The amount of people it can hold is ridiculous. So make sure you try and get yourself there on Friday because it's normally a bit quieter. The Saturday is absolutely rammed. There's queues everywhere.
Yeah, the Saturday is nearly sold out. The VIP, I think, is nearly sold out on the Saturday already. Well, it's a week before, but...
Exactly. So try and get yourself there on Friday just to save yourself a bit of time because that's the main thing I found at BodyPower. There's a lot of good bits. When you finally get to the front of the queue and meet your guy, it's sick. You get a picture with him, you talk to him for about 30 seconds, but a lot of it is waiting. And that brings us on to the next thing. Prioritize who you want to see in the stores you want to go to because it's impossible to see everyone. And you might think you'll have time because you get there at 10, 10:30, 11, and you've got the whole day ahead of you.
If you're going for one day, you're definitely not going to have time.
Exactly. So get a strong priority list and be up for adapting it once you get there. Because if you get there and there's just an insane queue. I remember saying I wanted to see Bradley Martin. We went straight to his stall and we just went absolutely not because the queue, we would have been there till 1, 2, they were saying at the queue. So we just had to say, no, sorry, we can't go Bradley Martin. And I managed to see 3 or 4 other people who weren't even on my list. I'm glad because one of them is the current Mr. Olympia now. And back then he wasn't anything to speak of really.
There's like 4 shows on at BodyPower as well. So there's a UK UP competition. I think that's like your physique and bikini. Then you've got the European Championships on the Saturday as well.
Yeah, so that's another thing to factor in. You've got the shows which take up a lot of time. So pick carefully what you want to do and be open to the fact that you won't get to do everything, especially if you're only there for one day. But with that in mind, it's not 100% essential to get there at the very beginning. Because you get there at the very beginning, that's when everyone gets there, and you could get in maybe 20 minutes after you would have done if you arrived, say, an hour or an hour and a half later.
But I recommend if you've got the money, buy VIP tickets, and you get in an hour and a half earlier than all the other people. So you're going to get an extra hour and a half inside BodyPower. So if you are going for one day, it's an extra £25 for VIP.
I think that's definitely worth the money.
And also, what's another good reason everyone should go on the Friday? We're there on the Friday as well.
We're there on the Friday, which is obviously another reason why you should definitely get yourself down on a Friday because we're there. AG community will be there, walking around, go to all the stalls as a group. Definitely do that. Bringing on to the next point, because there's a lot of waiting around, there's a lot of phone time. You'll be sitting there on your phone quite a lot in the queues, looking at the feed of the event, maybe going on your Instagram, etc. Bring a portable charger, 100%. There's no plugs. There's 4 walls in the entire thing, and the thing's absolutely massive.
And it's rammed full of people.
Oh, exactly. And they're not going to let you just use a plug. So bring a portable charger. Bring 2 portable chargers. Make sure they're fully charged because you will be on your phone a fair bit because there's a lot of waiting around. There's a lot of food.
Beware that the Wi-Fi and internet is absolutely shite at the NEC.
Oh, and that, yeah.
So, yeah, get some shit you can do offline.
That brings us on to make sure you have stuff to do in the queues. Because you'll have your phone. If your phone dies because you've not brought a portable charger and you haven't listened to this podcast, then you will have nothing to do. Think of stuff to do. Maybe vlog it. Maybe just anything. It's up to you. Make sure you've got stuff to do in the queues. You might think it's a bit of a stupid thing, but you'll be bored big time if you've got nothing to do and you're just standing there. Yeah. Then food.
Food, definitely. There are some good stalls there though as well that do some like weird grilled meats. So that's worth checking out.
Yeah, but obviously your BodyPower can be very expensive. You can drop a lot of money on it. And I'd advise spending your money on things that you can take away. So obviously the ticket, the memories, seeing people, photos and stuff. But gear, you got a lot of discounts and things like that. You want things that you can last. You don't want to be spending all your money on a 15 quid burger and chips that's bang average. Bring your own food to fill you up. And then try the samples everywhere. You can't fill up on samples, but you can definitely try samples, and they're free. So munch on the samples, but in terms of filling yourself up, I'd definitely advise bringing your own food. Otherwise, you drop in. Say you have 2 meals, 3 meals whilst you're there, or 2 snacks, whatever. You'll be spending upwards of 20, 25, 30 pounds, and that's an item of clothing, if not 2, at BodyPower.
Definitely.
With that in mind, in terms of buying items and things, they're not always cheaper at BodyPower. You might just assume, oh, it's cheaper here. Check Amazon just before you buy everything. Check online, check the actual store, check the sale's not on actually in the store, and you might be able to even put a promo code on as well. Just double check. Don't take it at face value that everything is discounted.
So, yeah, we will be there on the Friday, and tickets are still available. They're £30 online. So it is, if you're in the UK, it's definitely worth coming to. It's the biggest one by far. We're going to be there, like I said, on a Friday. We'll be vlogging the experience. We're also going to be recording next week's episode there, and potentially a few extra episodes with some guests, as it pretty much gets everyone together. So instead of having to travel up and down the country, we'll be able to record with some people there. So, and if you see us, come and say hi. You've probably not bought anything, so we won't.
Exactly.
But say hi.
No hard feelings. No one does. So you're not on your own.
No, exactly. We don't expect it.
But the big thing we're aiming to do, content-wise, is we're going to be officially the first proper content to come out of BodyPower. We're going to be the first vlog. We're going to do it properly. We're bringing the laptop, we're bringing all the gear, and we're going to edit it on site, and we're going to get that up straight away. So we will be the first exclusive insiders account of BodyPower this year, 2019.
Also, one last thing, what to wear for BodyPower. You will go in and you are going to see some sights, both good and bad. You will see the 2010 stringers come back out where the nipples are on show. You'll see topless men, women in very little, who probably should be in a bit more.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to, BodyPower is the best place to go if you want to be put in your place as well. Everyone's absolutely massive and shredded. It's like, think of it.
It might be biggest in your gym, but
they all go there. So don't, if you're not the biggest or the most shredded, I wouldn't go in a vest because you'll just feel bad about yourself and go home. Been there, done that.
Did you?
I did. Well, no, I didn't go in a vest. I bought a vest and then started going round in the vest, and I was like, hang on a foot. And then I pied the vest and I put my t-shirt back on. So don't go in a vest. Don't be the knob who goes in a vest and looks like an absolute wanker.
What would you recommend wearing, Adam? I would say the Air Gymwear tracksuit would be a great choice.
Yeah, definitely the tracksuit. Something loose fitting. Not just because you won't be the biggest there, but also you're walking around, you're standing around in queues. You don't want skin tight compression tops on whilst you're walking about, unless that's what you're about.
But it gets hot in there as well.
It does get hot, and it's just uncomfortable.
Air Gymwear t-shirt on underneath.
Yeah, Air Gymwear staple tee. Okay, thank you for listening to episode 5 from the AG Live podcast. We have just released our new collection on the website, women's line and men's line, tracksuits, t-shirts, seamless leggings, seamless tops, hoodies, caps, both genders, and that's now available in our stores.
And on top of that, we have launched our own playlist that's getting updated weekly called The Pump by Air Gymwear. And if you just type that in on either Apple Music or Spotify, that will come up. And you can subscribe to our playlist, and it's going to get changed every Friday to set you up good for the weekend. Adios.